Thank you for joining us. Welcome to LumioseStation.
What's up, LumioseStation, and welcome back to another episode of the Pokémon DataDex with me, TheOneIntegral. Last week there was no vote on which Pokémon you wanted to see next, but so I had to choose myself, and I chose Metagross because it's a pretty cool Pokémon. Now next week we're doing a like goal for another Mega Evolution, so if we hit the like goal that's shown on screen now, I will be covering a Mega Evolution next week. But for now, let's take a quick look at Metagross. So, Metagross, it's a Steel Psychic type Pokemon and the Iron Leg Pokemon as well. It's now a 376 in the National Pokédex and is like 5 foot 3 inches tall, or 1.6 meters, I guess, tall or wide, or you can't really tell Metagross. I guess it's tall, or maybe it's length, or leg length, I guess, something like that. It weighs 12,012.5 pounds or 550 kilograms and is in the Mineral Egg group. Now, Metagross is a genderless Pokemon, meaning it doesn't have a gender, so you can get a male or a female Pokemon. Then, taking a quick look at the base stats for Metagross, we can see it has a really quite high attack stat and defense stat, and a pretty low health point stat and speed stat, whereas its special defense and a special attack are sort of mediocre. They're not amazing, but they're mediocre. I also forgot to mention its evolution chain, just decided to skip over that, don't know why. But Beldum evolves into Metang, starting at level 20, and then Metang further evolves into Metagross, starting at level 45. Looking at obviously Metagross's typing first off, very quickly, we can see it resists a whole host of types, being Normal, Grass, Flying, Rock, Psychic, Ice, Dragon, Steel, and Fairy. Several of those, I think, or Psychic at least being resisted 4 times, and stuff like that. It is, however, weak to 4 types there, Fire, Ground, Ghost, and Dark, so they are reasonably common types, especially with Earthquake and that, which is a bit of a problem. It's immune to the Poison type, being a Steel type, so that's quite nice, and it takes neutral damage from all the other types, being Water, Fighting, Bug, and Electric. So generally, Metagross has a pretty decent typing. It resists a lot of types, so you've got a lot of moves you can switch in on really. Then looking at Metagross's abilities, we can see its first ability here, which is sort of its main ability, is Clear Body, which prevents other Pokemon from lowering its stats, so Intimidate's not going to affect you, stuff like that. Metagross's hidden ability is Light Metal, which halves the Pokemon's weight, which is kind of good, but then again, moves that take into account weight aren't that common. We have Grass Knot, Low Kick, but Low Kick isn't used too much. Grass Knot is a bit more common, but obviously you're going to resist Grass Knot anyway, so you sort of have to think about that really. So generally the better ability of the two is Clear Body, because it means your attack can't be lowered or anything like that. Now, if we want to take a look at the moves for Metagross and what moves you might want to teach it, we have, starting at level 23, Pursuit. Because Metagross is fairly slow, it is quite good to have a sort of a Pursuit there, because that's always helpful to get some, if you need to just, if you think they're going to switch out, and you want to sort of get them before they switch out, Pursuit is always good there. Obviously speed doesn't usually factor in, but obviously Pursuit is good, and sort of there to get that little bit off there. It's good for switching in too. You can switch in on the Pokemon that's, for example, a Psychic type, and then you're definitely going to get the Pursuit off sort of thing. So that is pretty good. Then, level 29, it learns Zen Headbutt, being a very powerful psychic physical move. Obviously, as we've seen with the base stats, Metagross is a very strong physical attacker, so we're mainly focusing on physical moves here, or almost totally actually. But yeah, there's your psychic physical stab move sort of thing. Then level 32, it learns Bullet Punch. That's a priority move again, as I mentioned with the speed. Metagross might be good to have a priority move on Metagross, just in case you need to get the final kill off before they come in with a fire type attack or a ground type attack or something. Then level 44, it learns Meteor Mash, a very powerful physical steel move. Obviously, doesn't get a priority like Bullet Punch, but it is more powerful, so if you're going for the power set, that's what you want to use there. Then at level 45, just one level later, it learns Hammer Arm, nice powerful fighting type move, and obviously that's going to be very good for covering some more bases, for example other steel types, rock types. Obviously you have steel type moves for rock types, but you get what I mean there, guys. TM wise, it can learn TM26 Earthquake, obviously a powerful ground type move. That's going to help just for coverage generally, or hitting fire types, electric types, stuff like that. Then TM80 can learn Rock Slide. That's just really for coverage, just another rock type move. So it can hit flying types, it can hit fire types again if you're not using an Earthquake, if you're using Rock Slide instead. And obviously if you're using Metagross in a double battle or triple battle situation, Rock Slide is going to be sort of helpful there. There are 3 moves you can get on Metagross, or 3 moves you could get on Metagross via transfer from Generation 5, being Stealth Rock, Thunder Punch, and Ice Punch. Stealth Rock, obviously, if you're being more of a bulky Metagross, you can use Stealth Rock there, just to set the rocks up. And obviously Thunder Punch and Ice Punch are just powerful moves, give you a bit more coverage there to cover some more types, really. Okay, so looking at the first Wi-Fi setup for Metagross here, this is a more bulky one. as I've sort of mentioned just now. So moveset here is Stealth Rock, Meteor Mash, then we have pretty much a coverage section, Zen Headbutt, Pursuit, Earthquake, or the Elemental Punches, Ice Punch and Thunder Punch, as we just saw, and then Hammer Arm at the bottom there. Ability is Clear Body, Nature is being Adamant, Careful, or Impish, and the held item is Leftovers. EVs you want to put maximum health points, 160 in special defense, and 96 in attack. So because we're having a more bulk setup here, this is why we have sort of Stealth Rock there, and we also have sort of, this is why I have Hammer Arm as well, because we're not going to care about speed too much if we're being more bulky, if you get what I mean there, guys. Meteor Mash obviously is sort of better suited than Bullet Punch here because of the fact that you're going to be hanging around for longer, so you want to do some more damage in the long run. And then your final one there, Zen Headbutt, Pursuit, Earthquake, is really a choice. You could put Zen Headbutt there for a stab, you could Pursuit if you want to switch in on some unwary psychic types and get the Pursuit off, and stuff like that, really. Earthquake as well could be just coverage, but who knows. As I've mentioned, Clear Body is the better ability out of the two. Nature here, if you want to do some more power than bulk, you can go for the Adamant Nature, which is obviously going to boost your attacks up, but then Careful and Impish are going to boost your defenses up. Careful boosting special defense, Impish boosting physical defense. So if you want a bit more of a physical tank or a special tank, it's really sort of up to you and sort of which way you go there. Held item being Leftovers, so you hang around battle a bit longer, you can take some attacks, and the EVs there as a general bulk for special defense. You could switch out the 160 special defense for physical defense, but as we know, its physical defense is higher than its special defense, so the EVs and special defense are really just boosting up. It makes them equal, rather than having defense being really high and special defense being not as good. Then we have 96 attack, just to sort of boost our attacks up a bit more. How you want to use this set, really, you go and set your Stealth Rocks up if you want them, generally you want Stealth Rocks, but generally set them up. You could use as a lead just to set Stealth Rocks up, and obviously you might cause them to switch out straight away. So really, it's just it's up to you, I guess, how to use this. You can switch in straight at the start and hope they don't have a Pokemon that can do some decent damage to you at the start, or you can just you switch it in whenever and get the Stealth Rocks up and do some damage, really. So the next set we're looking at for Metagross here is going to be a Choice Band set, and I really quite like this set. It's really quite fun to use. The moveset is Pursuit, Bullet Punch, Zen Headbutt, and then Earthquake or the Elemental Punch here. And an Elemental Punch, rather. Ability is Clear Body. Adamant Nature, is Adamant. Held item being a Choice Band, and EVs putting maximum attack, and then spraying them over health points and speed there as well. Now, this one, sort of the set, I guess, is Choice Band, obviously, so you can sort of switch in. If it's a Psychic type, you can go for a Choice Band and Pursuit, which is going to do loads of damage, which is very good. And obviously that's going to help you and just take out any Psychic type that's stuck in battle with you. And then we have Bullet Punch, which obviously, because we're using a Choice Band setup, Bullet Punch is generally better than Meteor Mash, because you get the priority off as well, which is quite helpful, because obviously you don't want to just switch in and get taken out on the first turn, not even get to use your move, sort of thing, if you get me there. Zen Headbutt there, obviously powerful stab move, again, because we got some EVs invested in speed. We're actually reasonably fast, not amazingly fast, but half and half fast. No, not the fastest, but at least some speed to outspeed the other tanks, I guess. And obviously Earthquake or the Elemental Punch with Choice Band is going to be very good. Ice Punch or Thunder Punch, if you want to use those. Ice Punch obviously good for taking out flying types. Thunder Punch good for taking out water types. So really just get a bit more coverage on your setup there. Ability, Clear Body mentioned. Nature, Adamant, so get the power off. Held item, don't even need to mention the Choice Band there. And the EVs, obviously maximum attack just to get the fast, hard-hitting moves off. And then 7 health points just to boost your bulk up so you can actually stay in battle a bit longer than if you had no EVs in attack, health points at all, rather. And now on to the last setup for Metagross. This is a setup that's sort of been introduced in Generation 6, and it's obviously the fact that there's a new item in Generation 6 but we're using this, and this is the Assault Vest. So the moveset is Meteor Mash, Earthquake, Zen Headbutt or Bullet Punch, and then Hammer Arm or Zen Headbutt. Ability being Clear Body, Nature being Adamant, held item is Assault Vest, EVs maximum health points, maximum attack, and the rest in special defense. So this move, this set, obviously the Assault Vest is going to boost your defenses out quite a lot, which is amazingly good. And obviously we can just go for the full power moves there. We got Meteor Mash, Earthquake. Meteor Mash, obviously a very powerful stab move there. Obviously with the Assault Vest you don't have to worry too much about be taken out before you can use a move, so as long as you're guaranteed a kill with a Meteor Mash, you may as well go for that. Earthquake, obviously coverage. Zen Headbutt or Bullet Punch. If you want to keep a priority move there with a Bullet Punch just in case you need to use it, you can. Otherwise just put Zen Headbutt there, and obviously if you're using Zen Headbutt in the first slot, you can use Hammer Arm in the second, but if you're using Bullet Punch, you could think about putting Zen Headbutt in the second rather than the Hammer Arm, just, so you get the stab off rather than the speed reduction and stuff. ability, don't need to talk about. Nature, obviously that's just for the power there. Held item, don't need to talk about. EVs, maximum health points and attack, which means you're pretty bulky and you have, maximum attack and stuff, so you can do damage, and the rest in special defense just to give you a bit more bulk there. And that's really, how you use Metagross. You come in, obviously you can survive some attacks with Assault Vest here and do some decent damage, but apart from that, yeah, it's fairly simple to use. So guys, I think that's going to be it for this episode of the DataDex. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to smash that like button down below. Remember to, obviously, smash the like button because of the like goal. If we reach that like goal, I'll be covering a Mega Evolution next week, so be sure to tune in for that. And apart from that, all I have to say is go and check out all the other content on Lumiose, guys, and my channel is going to be linked down below if you want to check it out too. I'll be seeing you next time, guys. Thank you for watching. Goodbye, guys.